Hello and welcome to another video with me, Rufus Gazelle. And today feels slightly unusual. A somber day. A day where the weather is yet again dictating the mood of the nation. Before I start this video, I have to add that today is 9th of September, and unfortunately yesterday we had some sad news. On the 8th of September 2022, the nation has lost their Queen, Queen Elizabeth II. And I just wanted to document that on this video this morning before we started, because I think this has shocked not only the nation, but the world as a whole. She has been the Queen of my country for the whole of my life, and probably the majority of people that are watching this right now. She's been the only reigning monarch that we've ever had, and I think that's why it feels quite moving and quite hard hitting. She was like the mother to us all, and yeah, I'm quite moved by it all, if I'm honest. This week has been quite an historic week. Not only have we had the passing of our beloved Queen, but we've also got a new leader within our government, which only took place 2 days before the passing of our Queen. She really was a remarkable lady. Her generation were. She lived through a war. She asked 15 prime ministers to form a government. She met countless world leaders and many presidents, including the likes of President Kennedy, in fact. I find it quite ironic that I am here today at my location trying to find this trig point, and I find this on the ground. I know it's only a rusty bottle top, but it has our flag on it, the Union Jack, and I just find it quite symbolic that it's here by my feet at the start of our location today. Quite symbolic indeed. I'm just going to place the bottle top just inside this wooden stump here at the start of our location, and if anyone ever comes here, have a little look out for that bottle top. So let's start this video as we mean to go on. As you can guess, yes, it's raining. This really does reflect my mood today, and many others within our nation and the world, but mainly within our nation, because today starts the period of mourning for our beloved Queen, and it's going to be raining pretty much all over the country. So I have a nice hot coffee to start the day to give me a little bit of a wake up, a little bit of a perk me up to start the day, a bit of a hot beverage before we venture off into the woods behind me to find this trig. It's going to be an interesting day. So we're starting here in a little lay-by. We got Sandford a couple of miles down that road, and this is roughly where you need to be. It's a little car park, a little lay-by, and this footpath here is going to lead us into the woods and off towards the direction of Trig Point 3411 here at Gore Heath. We're obviously trying to locate all 103 trig points in Dorset, and we're number 5. This is number 5 that we're trying to find. So we're getting through them, but we've still got a long way to go. Now here at Gore Heath, I've been told by someone on YouTube that left a comment in one of my videos that this is quite tricky to find. She said, or he said, I'm not too sure who it was, that good luck in trying to find the trig point near Sandford. And I'm assuming it's this one, because this is the trig point that is near Sandford at Gore Heath. All I've been told to look out for is that the trig point itself is next to some trees, or behind some trees. That really doesn't narrow it down too much. I can probably see their point of view on this one. This could be quite difficult, but we like difficult trigs. We've done 2 or 3 already that have been quite difficult, so we're getting used to it. What's the worst that can happen? I think Burnbake was probably the most challenging one that I've done to date, in terms of the weather, the obstacles, the barbed wire fences, getting lost slightly by being on the wrong side of the hedge, falling over and getting covered in mud. Can this really be more difficult than that? We'll find out. So I've basically left the lay-by back there where I've parked the car, and I'm just basically following the main footpath up here, and it sort of sweeps round to my left. I'm just going to stay on this main footpath for a while until I get roughly within about 25 metres of the Trig, and then if I need to I will veer off and try and find it. But I wasn't sure if I was going to come out today and record a vlog, record a video on trying to locate any Trig. I don't know, the weather, the wind, the rain, after the adventures of Burnbake, it took it out of me slightly. And considering the mood I'm in today and the mood the nation's in today, I wasn't sure if it was the right thing to do. But man, I just wanted to document something today. After yesterday, I just wanted to document the fact that it's an historic day within our nation, the period of mourning, and being out here is my way of sort of dealing with it, I suppose. Doing something that I love doing, and I can look back and say, this is how I spent the first day of King Charles III on the throne, starting his reign as the head of the monarch. But let's head up this way and see if we can find this Trig Point. Trig Point 3411. Loads of dog walkers around enjoying the peace and quiet, although I'm probably not making it very peaceful for them. But we'll head up here and see what we can find. As I literally walked up here, I looked over to my left and something caught my eye. Hence why I paused slightly just at the end of that clip. The dog walkers literally just walked past there, and I looked up and I thought, is that a Trig Point? Take a look at this. If I hold the camera steady, can you see what I'm on about? If I zoom on in slowly as best I can, you can see something that doesn't quite match its surroundings, doesn't quite blend in with the natural heathland and trees. Something that's painted lime green. I believe this is the Trig Point. As I get a little bit closer to it, we're gonna leave this track here and just go up. There's a footpath just there that we're gonna head up, that I think leads to this Trig Point. It is the Trig Point. I can see the flush brackets. It is the Trig Point. And someone said this was hard to find, except for the little short walk that I've had from the lay-by. This hasn't been that hard at all, and it's stopped raining too, which is an absolute bonus. But they said it could be quite difficult, that all the information I can give you is that it's hidden behind some trees or a tree. And considering we're in like a forest of trees, Gore Heath to be exact, it wasn't much to go by. So considering it's been this easy, I'm not sure whether they were joking, making out that it actually is quite easy to find, or whether they were being serious. But nah, this wasn't hard at all. Here we go. As we walk up, you can see the Trig Point right ahead of me. Sticks out like a sore thumb, in fact, because of its colour. The lime green, sagey colour that it is. And yeah, and the footpath is literally just down there where the dog walker was. And here it is, guys. Trig Point 3411. We take a closer look at the flush bracket. We have got S2541. S2541. We've even got a plaque on this one that we will read out in a minute. But man, I can't believe how easy that was. I mean, I knew to park near a place called Sandford Bridge, and just around the corner from Sandford Bridge on the B3075, there's that lay-by that I showed you. And literally, if you leave your car there and then walk straight up on the main path, don't deviate, keep going, go up the hill, you'll get to that junction that I showed you where the dog walker was. If you go over, straight over that junction, look to your left, you will see the lime green trig point. That is 3411. If we just take a little 360 of the trig before we have a look at the plaque and a closer look at the trig point itself, we'll just do a little 360 of the area that it's in. This has been, I think, one of the nicest looking trig points that I've found. I know it's not in its natural state. It has been painted this lime green sage colour, but I quite like it. I'm sure a lot of the more experienced trig point baggers out there will disagree with me, but look at the surroundings. I mean, it's breathtaking just to be out here in the woods today, especially on a day like today. And we're going to take a closer look at this plaque. If we just zoom on in, there we go. So it says Gore Heath, Sierra Yankee 921 921. This pillar is in the care of the Martin family of Sandford Heath, Peter, Marion, Simon, Juliet and Jonah. Please enjoy this tranquil area and respect it, as it's the home of nature's little creatures. And then on the bottom it says special memories of Peter Martin, 1939 to 2014. Peter so loved his visits to Uncle Trig. He felt that every hill was meant to be climbed, no matter how small, just because it was there. Wow, what a great tribute that is to this trig. Absolutely fantastic tribute. Well, I pay my respects to the Martin family of Sandford Heath. A great tribute to him, especially as he loved to go walking, hiking and climbing. We'll just take another little look at the flush bracket again. Okay, so it is Ordnance Survey BM, which is, I guess, benchmark, Sierra 2541, Sierra 2541, Trig Point 3411. As we take a closer look at the top of the trig itself, we can see the 3 anchor points, but unfortunately it hasn't got the original plug. This one has just been filled in by the looks of it, where the theodolite screws into, which is a shame. It hasn't got the original Ordnance Survey plug, but hey, I don't know what happened to it, but I guess they just filled it in as part of the memorial for the Martin family, or Peter Martin, that sadly passed away in 2014. But yeah, you can't beat this location, can you? You cannot beat this location. So as we take a closer look at the map, you can see Wareham, and as we zoom in a little closer, you can just see Sandford just north of Wareham. And if we follow the B3075 up towards Sherford Bridge, on the right hand side you can see Gore Heath and my location popping up on the screen. If we zoom in a little bit closer, just north of Gore Heath, you will see Sherford Bridge. And here, if I just zoom in a little closer, you can see the lay-by that I parked at. You follow the footpath from this lay-by and follow it all the way up the hill. You will come to the junction eventually where I met the dog walker, just below the trig point. And as you can see, you go straight across at that junction and turn left up a small footpath, and you'll see the trig point just on top of the hill. You can't miss it. So this trig is roughly 44 metres above sea level. Where's it gone? Don't creep up on me like that. I don't know why, it's not moving anywhere, but it's there. I just couldn't find it. Yeah, it's about 44 metres above sea level. And we are now going to head back down this path and I guess head back to the car. But we have got more adventures to do today and other trig points to locate. This is just one, I think, of 3 or 4 that we're going to do. Make the most of the day. But we're going to say goodbye to this trig point. It just stands out, doesn't it? I think it's quite beautiful that you know, if you walk away from a normal trig point, the greyness of the stone of the pillar, it sort of blends in with the background eventually when you move away from it. This one you can literally see for miles, and that's what caught my eye when I originally came up here earlier. And I don't think, if it hadn't been for the colour of this trig point, I would have probably had to refer to the map. So that's trig point number 5 out of 103 bagged. We're slowly getting there, but still, we have a very long way to go. But hopefully after today, we'll have a few under our belt and maybe not far off into double figures. We're not far from the car now. It literally only is 5-minute walk from the lay-by, if that. But we're here. We're literally, as I walk around that corner, you can see the car. Well, there we go. I'm quite pleased about that. I'm quite pleased we bagged another trig. And just before I leave, like I said earlier, if you ever come down to this little lay-by and you follow this path here and see this wooden post, look out for that bottle top that I left. Just here, look. Just there. You can see it. Just in there. Don't take it out, but you know you're in the right place when you see that bottle top, because you know I left it there. Woo! Well, there we go. Done and dusted. I don't know what the time is, but we're going to try and head over to another one now. Like I said, we are here at Gore Heath, not far from Wareham, just up the road from Sandford. And I know there is another trig within Wareham Forest, which is over there somewhere. So we're going to head over to Wareham Forest now, a completely separate forest to where we are, and see if we can find that trig. That one I think might be a bit longer. Not necessarily trickier, but I think it's a bit further into the forest and it's going to take a while to get there. So we're going to go and do that one and we're going to shoot over there. So all I've got left to say is, guys, thank you so much for watching. Go and hit the notification bell. Go and like the video. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. Go and subscribe if you choose to, you know, if you like what you see. Like I said, I am trying to bag all 103 trig points in Dorset, and we're 5 trig points in now, and I do appreciate everybody that does watch. I understand I do waffle and a lot of people don't want to tune in for the full length of the video. I understand. So to that end, guys, I thank you so much, and yeah, it's been a blast. Vlog over.